Here we go with example 3 from chapter 24. And we're dealing with the TiNspire still, the normal distribution. So our question says, in 1972, the heights of rugby players were approximately normally distributed. So there's our first hint. Normally distributed. Okay, so we know that X is distributed normally. With mean 179, so 179 here, and standard deviation 7, and 7 squared there to represent the variance. Okay, find the probability that a randomly selected player in 1972 was at least 175 centimeters tall. So let's just think about what this situation is looking like. It's normally distributed. The mean is 179. Standard deviation is 70. So if you wanted to, you could go ahead and draw some more points on here. Plus 7, 186. Plus 7 more, 193. 7 more, 200. Subtract 172. 165. 158, and so on, just to give us an idea what this looks like. And at least 175 centimeters tall. So 175 is in between here somewhere, closer to the 172 than the 179. So we're actually looking at this area here underneath the curve. So this area under the curve is what we're looking for. Should it be bigger than 50% or smaller than 50%? Some of the things you should be thinking about. Bigger, because 50% would be to here and above. Okay, so at least 175 centimeters tall. Okay, it's not one of our perfect places on our normal distribution, so we cannot do this without a calculator. So we will use our calculator, and remember the keystrokes are menu, probability on our TiNspire, distributions, normal CDF. The pop-up screen comes, and we want the lower bound to be here. So the lower bound is 175. The upper bound is basically infinity. So we say 9 times 10 to the power of 999. The mean, 179. Standard deviation, 7. And press OK. Our answer is 0.716. Okay, 0.716. All right, so how do you notate this? When you're notating, you want to, on an exam, you would do this. X is distributed normally. 179, 7 squared. And you're going to say the probability that X is greater than or equal to 175 equals 0.716. And that's how you would show your notation on a question like this. All right, next one. Between 170 and 190. So 170, do this one in red, I'll just use the same grid. 170 is back here. And 190 over here, halfway in, well, not a little more than halfway in between there. Okay, so now we're looking at this area. Okay, so if you want to be critical about this, we know that from our memorized amounts, this would be 34.16, this would be 34.16, and there's a little bit more here, a little bit more here, so we know it should be bigger than 68%. Okay, so let's get our calculator out, do our keystrokes. Menu, probability, distribution, normal CDF. Okay, our lower bound this time, so between 170 and 190, lower bound 170, upper bound 190. Mean stays the same, 179, standard deviation the same at 7, press OK, 0.843, so we were correct thinking about it being bigger than 68%, because those middle two plus some more on the outer edge. So again, showing your notation, you would do this. Probability, 170 less than or equal to X less than or equal to 190 equals 0.843. 843. And there you have it. Think about your answers critically by drawing and visualizing that normal distribution and making sure your answer makes sense. But know the keystrokes as well.